Hello everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 25 of my Sims 4 Law and Order SVU series. If you missed any of the previous episodes, please take the time to go back and watch them. And please look at the links provided in the description below. Before I get back into gameplay today, I'm going to be talking about letter writing, which could be another form of journal writing. Sometimes I write letters to people who have hurt me. These letters are written so that I can let go of things. These letters are for my eyes only. I would never send them out to anybody. That's why this type of letter writing can be another form of journal writing. I have written one to my ex. In my humble opinion, if someone has really hurt you, very deeply, and it would not help you to have contact with this person or persons, it's better never to send them a letter, but to write a letter so that you can get your emotions out. It's not about the person or persons who hurt you. It's about you letting go and taking your power back, in my humble opinion. For example, I wrote a letter to my ex. In fact, I think I wrote 2 letters to my ex. But I don't want contact with him. Contact with him is not healthy. And I know that if I sent him a letter that I wrote, I would get a response. And I don't want a response. I don't care about the response. I care about getting the emotions out so that I can heal and move on. And I've told you that I have moved on in a lot of ways, but I realize that it is a process, as I keep saying, and sometimes things pop up when you have been in an abusive relationship for so long. You can be going about your day and be perfectly fine, and then something occurs during your day and it makes you think back to that abusive experience. And it can make you angry and it can make you sad, but you cannot let these emotions control you, because the best thing for you is to move on and to not let the abuser ruin your life. Again, I would never send the letter that I wrote recently to my ex, because I don't care to hear from him. And I know that he would feel a need to respond. He could never get a letter from me like the one that I wrote and not respond in defense of himself. And I don't want to hear it. I'm done hearing it. So he will never have that opportunity. Maybe if I felt that the letter would help him be a better person to the next person, I would. But in my case, and right now I'm only speaking for myself, in my case I understand that sending my ex a letter would not make him better. It would just make him want to defend himself and repeat himself over and over again. So it would do no good. But it did help me to write this letter. And what I do when I write letters like this is I write them and then I read them out loud. Sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times, and sometimes once. When I feel that a lot of the emotion and the hurt is gone, then I know that I can stop reading it. It helps me to hear my own voice saying the words that I placed on paper. To give you an example, I will now read the letter that I wrote my ex, and I don't care if he hears this. I know he will never hear this. But if he does, I don't care because I don't mention his name. This is my letter, my most recent letter, because I have done this periodically over the years for different people. But no one has hurt me as much as this man has, because he really was abusive and I didn't see it, and that put me in an abusive situation for a number of years. Here's the letter. Dear ex, when we met, you made me feel so treasured. You wanted to marry me, but once you achieved your goal, you wanted me no longer, and you treated me like I was less than trash. You were always angry when I treated you with love or tried to help you. You were so manipulative and dishonest. The things you did and the words you said made me question myself at every turn. You made me weaker, temporarily, and then you made me feel trapped with no way out. You refused help for your issues, and you wouldn't leave when you knew your treatment of me would not change. I honestly think you enjoyed hurting me at times, because you are so self-involved, and hurting me at times gave you a sense of power. You wasted my time. You knew it, and you didn't care, because you were getting something out of staying. When you left because I had the strength to let you go, you left me not only to recover from the damage you caused, you left me with your message to clean up. You almost caused me to lose all of my faith. You will never read this letter. There is no point in sending it because you don't care, and you will never care. To me, the worst part of this is that you don't care about the damage you caused. You will never be sorry. You will never ever understand. All I ever wanted from you was for you to care about how you make others feel. But instead you blamed me and you accused me of things when I asked for understanding. It hurts me that I fell in love with a person who feels no understanding or real compassion for others. I forgive you for myself because I will not let your treatment of me ruin my life. I will not allow you to have power over me. I will find real love. I will heal completely. I will make a positive difference in the world. I will follow my dreams again, despite what you have done to me. I am strong. I have always been strong. You will not take that away from me. You have a new life. I will not let you take my life away from me. You have no right to do that. I take my power back. That's my letter to a man who will never ever read it. But it helped me a lot. And I hope that you decide to write a letter like that. If ever you need to. In my experience, it helps a lot. And again, you do not have to send it. And I would suggest that you don't send it at all. If someone has ever hurt you that badly, you may want to get all of your feelings out, but you don't want to have contact with that person ever again. Like I said in the letter, I take my power back. And when I write letters like that, it helps me to move forward. I will be right back with gameplay. Right now, Rafael Barba is happy to be with his friend Olivia Benson. A few days ago, however, he was not happy because he ran into Ed Tucker and Olivia Benson looking very cozy, and he always had his suspicions about Ed, but now he knows for a fact that Ed Tucker is a hothead, so he is concerned. And to me, even though the game says that he is very happy right now, the way he's sitting, he seems very concerned to me. Olivia is trained and she has very good intuition. She's a very good judge of character, but sometimes people like that are not as good at judging their own personal lives. It's much easier to look at somebody else's personal life and see what could be a danger than to look at your own. At least that's what I find in my personal experience. In
Yes!
fact, there was an episode years ago of SVU where Olivia was being followed and she didn't want police protection. And a fellow officer explained to her that even though she was a trained cop and not a civilian, sometimes trained cops are not as vigilant when it comes to themselves and their own safety. And I think that's very true.
Yes!
So he is going to flatter her a little bit and he is going to ask her about her day and give her a heartfelt compliment. Because he wants to let her know that he's there for her no matter what.
Whew.
It's Shoo Pajeev.
Vadish. Ah,
Ah.
Jessasuna?
Umbraza? Huh? Yibs. Bor. Uh-huh.
Oh, Jonga.
Uh-huh.
Ah, Vula Shaka Teebs.
Eno
And he's
Planar.
going to tell her a
Sigruna.
dramatic
Oh, Jarbin
story.
de Kol.
Ah,
Famoosh. Werna Vwauneki. Growl growl. Zarfwib. Inga Chej. Brina Joza. Sochim. Sargi Izulpa. Shroof Clave. Larkham. Shibes.
And it looks like he is getting sick, poor thing. He is going to share a secret. Because why not? They are very good friends.
Werna Chusoba Grabe.
are we Beth?
Quifta.
Oh,
Treyunsun Warta.
boya.
Rubor.
Oh, Bomzai Zifka. Dimpish.
And I will be right back.
Demise. From.
Yamba hey.
It is almost 5 a.m. and Raphael Barba cannot sleep due to stress. He has 2 notebooks. One is a personal notebook, which he uses as a journal. Or he decided, actually he didn't start the journal yet, he decided that it might be a good idea to start a personal journal. He also has a work notebook. So tonight he's going to write in a personal journal for the first time to see if that helps him at all. It's also raining outside, and sometimes people, I have heard, get depressed when it rains or when it's very dark outside. Sometimes the rain gives me a headache. So he is going to rant about stress. Well, let's have him relive. Well, no, rant about stress because he can do that right now. And then relive memories.
Yipsy! Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And it looks like the journal writing helped. I spoke too soon. He seems to be crying now. Or emotional. I think that it would be very good for the character of Raphael Barber to write in a journal because he is friends with Olivia, but he is a very guarded person, guarded character. He doesn't let a lot of people in, and he has a very stressful job. Olivia sees horrible things, but he has to prosecute those cases, so he is privy to that information and has to live with it as well, just in a slightly different way.
Shunigua.
And I'll say that he is inspired because he really does love his job, even though it's stressful. And Olivia helps him appreciate his job. She helps him see the world in perhaps a different way, a way that he has never seen the world before. And that's a good thing. I'm going to end this episode here, guys. Be happy, always, and be safe, always. Thanks for watching.